negotiation between Argentina and Argentina's creditors. I very much welcome the engagement of these two sides, and the aim is to restructure that in a way that it can be paid. Nobody benefits if a country falls off the debt cliff, because the country would then be excluded from access to markets. Growth would suffer, people would suffer, but also the creditors, they're not going to get their money back. And this thoughtful restructuring, debt restructuring, something that occasionally needs to be done so countries can return to growth and be able to pay back to their creditors.
So I think our viewers who were active in financial markets will be asking a very practical question as they listen to you, and that is, are we entering a broad period of restructuring of debts? Argentina is hardly the only country that has significant debt repayment problems. What's your judgment as IMF Managing Director about whether some broader effort of debt restructuring lies ahead, and how's that going to be managed in a way that prevents anxiety in financial markets about instability?
Well, the good news for everybody who is interested in this topic is that after the global financial crisis, there has been much more attention paid to building strong buffers and to creating a debt carrying capacity that is well protected by the country's own actions. We now have central banks in developing countries, emerging markets, holding vast amounts of reserves. We also have the private sector being much more alerted to the necessity to act more prudently. But we are in a crisis, and in this crisis, we are likely to see, hopefully not a large number, but we are likely to see some countries where debt levels have gone up and where the crisis is particularly dramatic. Countries in the emerging markets, developing world, are hit by the lockdowns they're experiencing, but on top of it, some of them that are commodity exporters are hit by low commodity prices. Some that are, with tourism being their main sector, think of the Caribbean countries, they're hit by the shrinkage of revenues. Some rely a lot on remittances. These remittances have shrunk, so they face more difficulties. But the good news, and that I want to land on that point, is that because of the decisive actions taken by advanced economies, there is plenty of liquidity and interest rates are very low. So emerging markets that have been prudent during good times have no problem to raise money during bad times. We really do need to concentrate on a small universe and work with these countries as prudently as possible to prevent what you said people may be worried about. And for now, I think we are in a good place.
So, Kristalina, our Federal Reserve